Have you ever felt stuck in a rank where it feels like you don't belong? You're making the right plays, dropping crazy numbers on the scoreboard, and your game sense feels leagues ahead of your teammates. But no matter what you do, it's like the stars never align. Your team throws rounds, and even when you're dominating, you can't seem to string together enough wins to escape. It's frustrating, isn't it? You're sitting there thinking, it's not me, it's my teammates, and the system is broken. But the truth is, if you are truly better than your rank, then you wouldn't be stuck. And I know that's harsh, but trust me, this video is going to show you why you're stuck and exactly what you need to do to break free. One of the biggest reasons you feel like you're better than your rank is because of inconsistency. You might be playing like a diamond player one game and then like a gold the very next. Maybe you get tilted, or your confidence wavers, or you let one bad game snowball into a very bad session. The harsh reality is climbing isn't about having one great game out of 5. It's about showing up every single match, making good decisions, and staying composed even when your team is throwing. So ask yourself this: are you playing to win every single round, or are you playing just to not lose? If you're rushing in without a purpose or blaming your teammates every time something goes wrong, you're not consistent, you're emotional. Fix your mindset and I promise the elo will follow you. And here's a wake-up call: you're not stuck because your teammates, you're stuck because your skills are not balanced. Maybe your aim is insane, but your positioning, it's garbage. Or maybe you have every map memorized and have good game sense, but you don't understand how to use your utility. Think of your skills as a toolbox. If all you have is a hammer, then every problem you see will look like a nail. To truly rank up, you need to fill your toolbox with all the right tools: map knowledge, positioning, utility usage, and yes, aim. Stop grinding deathmatch thinking it'll fix everything. Instead, review your gameplay. Are you dying in bad spots? Are you using drones effectively? You need to balance your training between aim and game sense. Being great at one thing is not enough. You need to be good at everything. It's great that you can run in the building and get 2 kills every round and then blame your teammates for losing at the end because you have 8 kills. But you dying after you get those 2 kills is actually the reason you're losing. You need to make sure you're a truly well-rounded player skill-wise to maximize winning for your team. But we've all been there. You're carrying your team and your teammates are sprinting into crossfires, forgetting to reinforce, or just being straight up idiots. It's infuriating, but unfortunately, you're stuck with them and raging will only make it worse. Instead, try hyping your teammates up. Now, I'm not saying you have to glaze your teammates or be out of character, but you just want to keep the energy positive. Negative energy spreads like a wildfire. If your team is losing their mental, they'll start playing even worse than they already are. But giving them compliments will keep them focused and they might actually surprise you. Remember, you can't change their skill, but you can change the way that they approach the game. And I feel like this is a very overlooked tip because most people don't want to talk and get outside their comfort zone like this. But if I'm being completely honest, leadership isn't optional if you actually want to rank up. It's mandatory, especially if you're playing by yourself. Now, if you're great in some games, but you crumble in the rank games that actually matter, or when you're playing against good players that you may recognize, then this one's for you. Pressure separates the good players from the elite. You might be hitting insane shots in warm-ups or every other game when you're playing against bums, but if you can't perform when it matters, then it doesn't count. Now, the fix to this is embracing the pressure. Don't run from clutch situations. You need to seek them out more. The more you play under pressure, the less it'll phase you. Learn to stay calm, reset after a mistake, and focus on what you can control. Confidence comes from repetition, so practice being clutch until it becomes second nature. And if you notice that some days you feel unstoppable and other days you feel like you're playing with a broken mouse or a controller, then that's because your performance isn't just about your in-game mechanics, it's about your preparation. You need to start taking notes of what actually sets you up for success. Did you eat before playing? Did you sleep well? Maybe you need a solid warm-up, or you're the type of player who needs a slow start to build momentum. Recognizing these factors is key. If you actually know what makes you play well, then you can replicate it consistently every single day. Treat your body and mind like they're a part of your toolkit because they're actually one of the most important ones. And like I mentioned earlier, if you really want to climb, you need to step up. It's literally that simple. In lower ranks, your teammates are not going to make coordinated plays. If you're better than your rank and all of your teammates in the game, then it's your job to take the lead. But the most important thing to remember here is do it respectfully. Don't bark orders or blame teammates or start trying to be a dictator or just throw your ego around because you think you're better than everybody. Instead, suggest plays and give clear instructions for your teammates. For example, let's do a site direct, or let's try to get this wall open and then push this guy to rafters. Taking charge not only improves your chances of winning, but it also builds trust within your team. And I promise you, teammates who actually trust you in game will follow your calls and listen to you, making the games much easier. But one of the most overlooked skills in Siege is adaptability. If you're used to playing fast and aggressive, but your team is playing slow and methodical, you need to adjust to that. Otherwise, you'll end up dying early every single round, leaving your team to lose without you. If you're the best player and X factor for your team, then you being dead literally is not going to help your team at all. Learn to read your team's playstyles the same way you would the enemy team, and then adapt accordingly. If they're playing slow, then match their pace and provide them support. If they're rushing and playing pretty fast, then be the one to create openings and cover their flanks. The best and elite players aren't just good at one style, they're very versatile. And versatility is what separates good players from the elite ones. At the end of the day, climbing the ranks isn't about luck or blaming your teammates. It's about consistency, adaptability, and pushing yourself to be better every game. If you're truly better than your rank, you can climb, but only if you're willing to put in the work. If this helped you at all, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let me know down in the comments some of the reasons you guys think you're better than the rank that you're in, and make sure you hit that notification bell to stay updated on my videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.